Welcome back everyone, and to a brand new type of video. Take out your pencils, open those notebooks, and start to pay attention, because it's time for coaster class. For these videos, I'll be breaking down a specific topic relating to roller coasters. These will be specifically aimed to those either new to the hobby, or maybe help someone with some terminology they don't understand, or even spark new interest to other new enthusiasts. Today's class will be skipping syllabus week and going right into Manufacturers 101. So every coaster you've ridden was most likely built by a specific company with multiple installations either in the country or around the world. The exceptions are rides such as Kings Island's The Beast, which was built in-house by the park officials themselves. Today we will be covering some of the largest manufacturers in the business and some of the most recognizable creations. First off, let's cover one you've probably seen around, Bolliger & Mabillard, also commonly referred to by most coaster enthusiasts as B&M. Started by two coaster engineers from the now-defunct coaster company Giovanola, B&M is known for several distinct models, as well as their iconic box-style track. Their first coaster opened up in 1990, Iron Wolf, which was a stand-up coaster. Now, typically when riding one of these coasters, you'll notice a smooth ride, and unlike some other manufacturers, they are extremely reliable. B&M's most distinct coaster models are their floorless, wing, dive, inverted, and hypercoasters. The inverted model is what truly drove B&M into the forefront of the industry, which now has 22 installations worldwide. Specifically, the Batman clones were cloned 12 times for their small but thrilling layouts and now sit at a multitude of parks, including a lot of Six Flags parks. With a total of 119 currently operating coasters, odds are, if you've been to a major theme park before, you've probably seen a B&M. Next up, we move to a wooden coaster maker in CCI, also known as Custom Coasters International. Now, CCI is defunct and no longer builds coasters, but they play a large part in a future manufacturer on this list. CCI built 34 total roller coasters, of which 29 still operate today. These woodies are quite a mixed bag though, with some being considered fun and intense while others are boring and pretty rough. Typically these roller coasters, the last being built in 2002 as New Mexico Rattler, are on the rougher side, and some have even been converted into the new hybrid roller coasters we see today. Some of their iconic rides include The Boss at Six Flags St. Louis and Boulder Dash at Lake Compounds. Following CCI is GCI, Great Coasters International. Similar to B&M, GCI started with engineers leaving a different company, in this case CCI, to become their own roller coaster manufacturer, starting with Wildcat at Hershey Park in 1996. Now, GCI has a much better track record than CCI, but it also features their fair share of rough and unliked rides. However, GCI has taken on the modern Woody and kind of made it their own, known for thrill rides like Mystic Timbers and Wicker Man. Their iconic twister layouts are staples in a lot of different parks. In the future, you may see GCI reach into the inverting wooden coaster market, or even their hybrid style. Today, 26 of their 29 coasters still operate. Moving back to another now defunct coaster creator is Aerodynamics. Once the undisputed king of the industry, the company fell into bankruptcy in 2001. Aero is another manufacturer with a very unique track design. The rectangle shape is pretty iconic when paired with the company's old-time loopers. Now, it is easy to confuse these rides with some older Vekoma coasters because Vekoma paid Aero for the rights to their track design and used it in their coasters. Aero's claim to fame is their early take on inverting roller coasters and their mine train coasters as well. They pioneered the suspending coaster and the 4D coaster. They also built the first steel tubular track coaster at Disneyland in Matterhorn bobsleds, as well as the first modern inverting coaster with corkscrew at Knott's Berry Farm. Over the years, Aero's rides have become rough and dated, with many starting to be removed. Only 69 of their 98 coasters remain. However, even if this company's creations fade, their impact will last forever. Following one innovative company to another is Intamin. Intamin started being an installer of other companies' rides before building their own rides, such as freefall towers and eventually coasters. B&M's biggest rival through the 2000s, Intamin was seen as the more wild child, pushing for records and innovating, but building less reliable rides. Their square track that is covered in cross bracing can be found on the world's tallest and the world's fastest rides, Kingda Ka and Formula Rossa. However, recently Intamin debuted a new track design for more intense rides, seen on Skyrush at Hershey Park and Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. Now, launch coasters are perhaps their most iconic rides, but you can find inverted, hyper, and even wing coasters built by the company as well. Currently operating with 144 roller coasters, Intamin outpaces B&M by 25 operating rides. The last company of the day is Rocky Mountain Construction, also known as RMC. The newest company of the day specializes in hybrid conversions, single-rail coasters, and some of the most intense and groundbreaking rides out there. RMC debuted their first hybrid when it took on the Texas Giant coaster and converted it using their iron horse treatment. The company reuses as much of the existing wooden structure as possible and adds steel track on top to create new and exciting rides. RMC is often heralded as the coaster king today, with rides like Steel Vengeance, Iron Gwazi, and Zadra. Their other iconic ride style is the Raptor model, which rides single rider per row trains on a single rail. They also debuted the world's first and only launched wooden coaster in Lightning Rod. All of their rides incorporate extreme airtime, wild transitions, and typically well-done inversions. While only having 21 coasters in their portfolio, it is rapidly expanding. Overall, there are dozens upon dozens of manufacturers of coasters, all with their own unique designs and styles. Today, I was forced to skip over some of the biggest and most loved companies out there. But do you like the new video format? Would you like to attend some other coaster classes on things such as coaster models or even theme park chains? Leave your suggestions below for which companies I should cover next time and what class you should enroll in next. Till next time, that's all from the shores of Island Coasters.